Hey, everybody. It is your favorite Norfolk Senator, Angela Williams Graves, coming to you for our What's Up Wednesdays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to the chat. Today's chat is actually recorded because I am out of town at our caucus retreat, and we have a lunch meeting that starts at 12 noon. And so, because I cannot be in two places at one time, I can't be live with you and there with them. I have to be there with them. And so I'm recording this to come to you today and talk to you a little bit. I've got two things today because I'm feeling a little deflated, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But I've got two things today that I want to share, and then after that, I'm good. I want to make sure that you all know 911 is for emergencies, right? 911 is for emergencies. 411, or is it 211? I think it's 211. I don't even have my notes with me right now. Is for everything else. And then in Norfolk, 664-6510, 757-664-6510 is the call center for Norfolk Cares. So if you have an issue, if you think somebody's, buried a dead body in their backyard, or ran, not cut the grass the way it's supposed to be cut, or there's a pothole in the street, or there's a street light out, or your trash didn't get picked up, or whatever issue you may have, or if you want to start a business and you don't know where to start, or if you have a question about some department in the city, that's the place to go. 757-664-6510. They can answer and field all of your questions and get you to the person that you are supposed to be with to get your questions answered and your situation resolved. So that's the public service announcement for today. Happy Juneteenth. Today is Juneteenth, and Juneteenth is the celebration of enslaved persons being freed. And so today is really special to me as a Black person, as a Black woman, because I am serving in a place that was built by slaves, the capital of Virginia, built by slaves. And I get the privilege of serving in the Capitol, having served in the House of Delegates and serving in the Senate now of Virginia. That is an incredible experience. And so for me to be able to walk into that building free, to be able to go into that building any time of the day or night, and that's the truth, y'all, because I got a little swipey card that lets me in the building, to be able to sit in those seats and to have the privilege to legislate, because slaves, people who look like me but were not free like me, built that building. And so I am incredibly blessed and incredibly honored to be able to do the things that I do in that space because of slaves who were considered property, who were considered not even human beings, but they built that building, and it is still standing. All right. So happy Juneteenth. Do something today that honors the ancestors, that honors my ancestors, that shows them that you respect the work that they did, you respect the sacrifice that they made, and that we are not squandering it and we are not wasting it. And so that's my Juneteenth. That's my happy Juneteenth plug there. And then the last thing I want to talk about before I have to head out is I want to talk about yesterday in the Senate, in the General Assembly. I was a little disappointed yesterday that there were not bills presented for us to vote on. Okay. I was also, I felt bad for the people who came and expecting to get a resolution and didn't get one. All right. And I really feel bad about that because y'all took your time, your energy, your gas, riding up and down the street to come and did not get a resolution. I want to say this to be perfectly clear. I stand with veterans. I stand with the military. I stand with Gold Star families. I stand with those who have sacrificed their lives so that we all can be free. We can be free to be who we are. June is LGBTQIA month. You can be free to be LGBTQIA because somebody fought in the military and somebody died. You can be free to worship whoever it is that you want, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whatever it is that you want, or whoever it is you want to worship. You can be free to do that. We have the freedom to walk down the street and have a reasonable expectation of safety because folks are in the military fighting for this country and to keep us free. And there are folks who have died for our freedom. Black folk got freedom. Okay, we've got freedom because in part because of the military. And so I want to make that very, very clear. As it pertains to the military and survivors education program, I will be perfectly honest with you. I miscalculated the impact, the positive impact that program had on our military families. And there are some people who will say, oh, well, you should never admit when you make a mistake. I'm not perfect. Okay. I am doing the best that I can with the information that I have at the time. And I'm working to make the best decisions and to get as much information as I possibly can so that I can make good decisions. But we don't always get it right. And I can't speak for anybody else, but I can say to you, I miscalculated the impact of the program. And once I started to see the emails and read the stories of folks who opened up, that's what moves me. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's really what moved me. We got some, the tone was a little, some kind of way, and we won't go there. But the folks that moved me were the folks who really, they just they gave me a better understanding of their situation, of how they viewed this program as a promise, and what it meant to their families and what it meant to their children. And that helped me, along with talking to another colleague in the House who is a veteran, helped me to better understand that there are tentacles of the military and veterans in every household. Every single one. And then I really had to take a look at my own self and go, wait a minute, Angela, your dad was a veteran. Your grandfather was a veteran. Your brother is a veteran. Okay. I mean, hell, my ex-husband is a veteran. All right. So I had to really go, okay, if this affects me this way, then it certainly is affecting other people. And so I was hopeful that we would have a resolution. As a member of the Virginia Military and Veterans Caucus in the General Assembly, I signed on to a letter that asked leadership to propose legislation that was a full repeal. That was what I support, a full repeal for a year. Let us get it right. Let us hear all the voices. Let us hear all the stories. Let us hear all the options for solutions, okay? Because I do want to be clear in that we are going to have to put parameters on the program. There are going to have to be some changes in order to ensure that the program is viable. But before we do that, let's get all the facts, right? Let's get all the facts together and then make a decision. And quite frankly, our decision won't make everybody happy. It just won't. But the long-term viability of that benefit is so important. It's extremely important. And as the senator who represents the largest Navy base in the world, okay, I want to make sure that we get it right. And so I was disappointed that we didn't have a full repeal bill that actually came to the floor for us to vote on. And so I want you to know is that if the bill doesn't come to the floor, then we can't vote on it. And even if it's docketed, if it dies in committee, or if it's never heard in committee, then we do not have the opportunity to vote on it. And so then you say, well, who's responsible for that? That would be leadership. Okay, that would be leadership. And so I'm not driving the train, I'm just riding the train. If that analogy makes any sense to you at all. I'm not driving this train, I'm just riding this train. But I will tell you that the train that I'm riding is the train that supports full repeal for at least a year for us to get it right. And so we're going to have some more conversations. We're going to have some more dialogue. We're going to have to go back to Richmond on July 1st. I know the House is going back in June 28th. I don't know what all that looks like. Okay. But what I do know is that I am committed to doing my very best to make sure that we do not cause further harm to our veteran and Gold Star families and their dependents. Yes, dependents. I was about to say defendants. Dependents, their dependents. We don't cause any more additional harm to you, and that we give you the opportunity to plan for whatever the changes are, and they are not just thrust upon you with a couple of days notice. All right. So that's where I am on that. And just to be clear on something else is, where are we now? Where are we since nothing happened yesterday? We're nowhere. Okay. The same language that passed on May 13th is the language that was signed into law by the governor when he signed the budget. So that's where we are. So I would encourage any of you, if you have questions about eligibility, if you have questions about your children, about if they're grandfathered, if they're not grandfathered, if they're still eligible, if they're not eligible, talk to the Veterans Administration person in the financial aid office at the college and university that your child is enrolled in to see where they stand, because I know every person's situation is different. And so you want to make sure that you reach out to the experts, because they're the people who administer the program, and they're the people who do it every day. And they're the people who would be able to best answer the question regarding your specific child's eligibility. But that's all I have today. Like I said, I'm not the happy, joy, bubbly, normal self today, because I was hoping for an outcome that we did not get yesterday, and I understand the impact that the limbo that leaves our military and veteran and Gold Star families in. And I'm just committed to working to make it better. I'm committed to working to getting to a solution that repeals what we did and allows us to move forward to finding, to hearing everybody and getting everybody's input, and working through it and getting a viable solution so that the program again can remain viable. Well, that's all I have for today. I'm Senator Angela Williams Graves. This is What's Up Wednesdays. Join us next month on July 17th. I know we'll have more to talk about. I know that there will be some, advancements in all things politics, right? There will be some advancements in all things politics, and we'll be back here on July 17th at 12 noon to talk to you, to take your questions. If you need something from my office, please feel free to reach out on our email, info@norfolksenator.com, or visit the website, norfolksenator.com, and you can click on contact us and send us a note, send us a message, let us know what it is that you need help with and that we can help you with, because that is what we do. You are our constituents. We are here to help you and to assist you and help you to help be a bridge from where you are to where you need to get to, and as it pertains to services and resources. So please feel free to reach out to my office. We are off today, So you won't get a response back today, but you will get one back tomorrow. I'm the only one working today in my office. So anyway, well, no, Caroline's working a little bit. She's working a little bit because she's going to have to get this uploaded. But y'all know what I mean. I appreciate you. I am honored to be the senator representing Norfolk. I am honored to be the senator who gets to walk into the house that slaves built. And I am honored to do good work on your behalf. And I want you to remember that you are a walking, talking, living, breathing miracle. See you soon.